Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby call to order this meeting of the Sedalia City Council on this 6th day of October, part of the 2025-2026 session. The meeting is now called to order. The first item on our agenda is legislative prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilwoman Bogus, you have the floor to lead us in prayer.
Y'all stand, please. Our Father, we ask your guidance tonight as we, City Council, do the local business, and we pray that you will be amidst. We pray for our police department, our fire department, and all of our first responders. As we leave here tonight, we ask for your grace, your mercy, and your protection upon each and every one of us. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Robinson.
Yes.
Ames.
Here.
Scribner.
Here.
Bogus.
Here.
Hiller.
Yep.
Cross.
Here.
Foster is absent, and Franklin.
Okay, we have a service award, and we'll go ahead and invite up Chief Woolery to go ahead and present that.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight, we're recognizing Tammy Smith and Officer Matthew Aragon. And I'll start with Tammy Smith. Tammy, would you like to come up with me, please? Tammy started the police department on September 6th of 2025 as an animal control officer. She spent 12 years as an ACO advocating and protecting the animals in our community. Tammy was very passionate about animals and put a lot of compassion into her work. In 2017, Tammy transferred to the Records Division, continuing her work for the PD family. In the Records Division, Tammy is our accident report guru, which is more of a thankless job than being an animal control officer. Instead of chasing cats and dogs, Tammy can be found chasing officers down the PD hallway to correct their accident reports. Since the beginning of her career, Tammy has demonstrated a love for our community and our department. We are very lucky to have her on our team. Tammy, it is my pleasure to award you your 20-year pin. Congratulations. Tammy, I think that Officer Matthew Aragon, would you come up, please? Matthew Aragon started the police department on September 21st of 2020. As a patrol officer, Matt has spent most of his time on night shift, being a dependable part of the team. Along with regular patrol duties, there's several ancillary assignments at the police department, and Matt has volunteered to be part of the few of the hardest. Matt is currently a DARE officer, and was a member of the special response team. While being a member of the SRT is a dangerous job, DARE is definitely harder. Very few officers want to put in the work it takes to teach DARE. In my opinion, DARE is the hardest two-week school in law enforcement, and you have to perform perfectly to graduate. Officers have to develop lesson plans, classroom discipline, and teaching skills in a very short amount of time. Officers like Matt are willing to take part in ancillary assignments, which allows us to provide needed services with limited staffing, and we appreciate everyone who does it. Matthew Aragon, it is my pleasure to award you the 5-year pin. Congratulations.
Okay, for our next item on our agenda, we have a presentation. This is from the Show Me Smoke Free campaign. I believe we have representatives here in
Yeah,
the
the-
lobby.
They were in the lobby.
We'll give them a minute to get to the podium here. Come on in, you guys have the floor for your presentation.
Yes, there is guest Wi-Fi, but I don't know if it's working, to be honest with you.
Next Rise is part of a youth advocacy program that's funded by the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services. So this is Heath, and he's going to share a presentation with you.
So as Stacy said, my name is Heath. I'm a junior at Greenwich High School, and this is the Show Me Smoke Free presentation.
Can you speak down?
Can you lift the mic a little bit so they can hear you? Thank you.
Yeah, so you might talk into it.
Okay, so this is what we're going to discuss today. We're just going to discuss what Next Horizon Show Me Smoke Free is, the Show Me Smoke Free opinion survey, and how we collect progress using that, the need for comprehensive smoke-free air protections, and how to take action. So Next to Rise, which is an organization I am a part of, it is a youth engagement program funded by the Department of Health and Senior Services. I am a part of the leadership team, and that is the leadership team right there. So our mission is to promote a healthy Missouri free of the harmful effects of commercial tobacco addiction. And our strategy is to tackle that really, really big problem through the Show Me Smoke Free campaign. So we realize our mission through meaningful youth participation. So we are youth all across Missouri, a part of this organization. And how it works is teens from across Missouri sign up for Next to Rise. I would be one of those teens. Learning, they complete training on building healthier communities, and members engage and educate their communities by leading. So here's a video. I don't know if it will play. Okay. So what that video would have told you what our campaign mission is, and it's to eliminate exposure to secondhand smoke and vape aerosol in Missouri. So our goals, our short-term goals is to raise awareness for the need of comprehensive smoke and vape-free protections in Missouri that protect workers and their families. Our medium-term goal is to support communities in efforts to strengthen locals for smoke and vape-free protections. And our long-term goal is to increase the number of Missourians who are protected by 100% smoke and vape-free workplaces and public places. Our objectives are to educate, train, and engage individuals around the need to increase the number of Missourians who are protected by 100% smoke and vape-free air laws. Develop partnerships, build relationships, and increase awareness about the gaps in our current smoke and vape-free protections, and educate decision makers about Missouri's gaps in smoke and vape-free protections in workplaces and public places. So this is our opinion survey. So this is how you're going to take the survey using your smartphone device, your smartphone camera to scan the QR code or go to the the website listed above. And for the Next Horizon member ID, you just use that. So Yeah. Can I have anyone participating? Would anybody like to participate in taking our survey? Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you.
Mayor, may I make a point of information while Ms. Covington is looking that up or bringing that up? It's not that we don't want to take the survey, but on the council, we don't use our phones while we're up here on council. So that's
Yes.
the reason why we didn't say anything. We don't want you to feel like we don't
No,
want to
you're
do
totally
it.
fine. For presentation. Okay, so this is the need for comprehensive smoke and air protections. Um, so statewide smoke-free policy gaps. So we currently have in place Missouri's Clean Indoor Air Law, which it states that smoking is permitted in bars, taverns, restaurants that seat less than 50 people, bowling alleys, and billiard parlors, enclosed indoor arenas, and designated areas inside workplaces. Vaping isn't mentioned in these laws at all. So a science-backed comprehensive policy would include e-cigarettes and vapes, all workplaces and all public places. So Sedelia's current smoke-free policy gaps. Sedalia and Pettis County and Sedalia has an existing citywide smoke-free policy. However, vaping is not included in that either. And additionally, there are exemptions for retail tobacco stores and some private clubs and designated hotel rooms. Current laws leave millions of Missourians exposed to secondhand smoke and work in public. Exposure to secondhand smoke increases your risk of getting cancer by 20 to 30%. And it also kills 1,200 Missourians every year, and 7 in 1 Missourians lack legal protection from secondhand smoke at work. So comprehensive smoke-free protections have multiple benefits. The community level benefits would likely reduce heart attack related hospital admissions. It has no negative impacts on business and can actually save businesses money on insurance and cleaning bills, and can prevent youth from starting to smoke and vape and help adults and youth to quit. Government spending on smoking costs every Missouri family $1,158 in taxes. Smoke-free laws in Sedalia could save $10.13 million. Comprehensive smoke-free protections are not anti-smoker. We're not about taking away people's rights to smoke. We are trying to make people who don't smoke safer. So that is what we're trying to do here at Show Me Smoke Free. And this is how you can take action. So these are our support cards. I'm gonna hand these out. Is that okay? Do you guys have any questions or concerns?
Does the council have any questions for this young man?
You stated that it would save 10.13 million. Where is that based off of?
Oh, yes.
Right there. Okay.
Do you know who in the community, businesses, any other place that might support this cause?
You can try different civic groups, Hyundai Optimus, Lions Club, Kiwanis. They have speakers that come in and you can speak to them.
Okay, that sounds perfect. And do you know anybody who might oppose us? And who else do you think we should reach out to? But I think you already answered that. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for your presentation.
Of course. So here are all of our social medias. And thank you. And this is Stacy, once again. And all of her information can be seen up on the screen.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
All right, moving along, our next item on our agenda is approval of the previous session meeting minutes. These are from the council meeting. They are dated September 22nd, 2025. Do I have a motion and second?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any council amendments for those amendments? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Now we have the roll call of our standing committees. Up first is Finance and Administration. Chairwoman Vargas, you have the floor.
Thank you. There's 3 items for consideration through Finance and Administration tonight. The first one being, at the last meeting, Director Jessica Craig of Sedalia Pettis County Economic Development provided a presentation regarding the organization's request for the waiver of city building permit fees and water connection fees for their headquarters building project. Following that presentation, council directed staff to prepare a resolution for consideration, and the attached resolution authorizes the waive of these fees in recognition of the organization's role in advancing economic development within our community.
All right, call for the reading of Resolution 2147.
Resolution 2147, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, waiving permit and water connection fees for the construction of headquarters building for economic development, Sedalia Pettis County.
Motion to approve.
Make motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Do I have anyone from the council that would like to speak in support or opposition of this resolution? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
In the past, the city council has approved the waiver of building permit fees for several State Fair Community College expansion projects. The college continues to invest in campus improvements. In State Fair Community College President Brent Bates has formally requested that the city waive all building permit fees for the remodel of a coffee shop. It's located in the Donald Proctor Library. A resolution has been prepared for council's consideration to authorize the waiver of these fees.
All right, call for the reading of Resolution 2148.
Resolution 2148, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, waiving permit fees for a coffee shop remodel in the Donald C. Proctor Library at State Fair Community College.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Do I have anyone from the council that would like to speak in support or opposition of the resolution that's on the floor?
I would like to speak in opposition of this one. Well, I'm for waiving permit fees for anything that benefits the school as far as education or athletic activities. A coffee shop is not one I'm willing to waive the fees on personally myself.
Okay, we have one member speaking in opposition. Do I have any other members that would like to speak in support or opposition?
Shop. College or is it an individual? Run a coffee shop.
That would be a point of information, Administrator Wirt. Do you have any information regarding that?
I can't say for certain on that now, which one it is. I mean, there was Dr. Bates that made the request. So I don't know for certain. I mean, you would presume it's the college, but I can clarify if you'd like.
Michelle.
Because I would be against it too, if it's an individual building in that building, asking for waiver of his permits, why, any other business has to pay their way, so I want to know who's benefiting from this coffee shop.
At this point, could I make a motion to table this until we have some more information?
I'll second it.
You can make a motion to postpone this to the next regular council meeting.
I would like to make a motion to postpone this until the next regular council meeting.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and second to postpone this matter until the next regular council meeting in an effort to gather more information on whether or not this is a private individual who is operating this or the school. Do I have any council discussion regarding that motion?
I think we need to know.
I have one in support. Do I have anyone else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, this matter will be postponed to the next council meeting. We'll go ahead and bring you back some more information and also bring you back Resolution 2148.
Thank you. Our third item for tonight is during the budget process, the Information Technology Department included funding for the city's SOPOF's renewal, which provides monitoring and virus protection for the city's IT infrastructure. Due to inflation and rising costs, the renewal amount of this year is $55,253.01, which is $7,429.08 above the budgeted amount. In order to complete the renewal, council will consider a resolution stating the necessity of a budget amendment.
All right, call for the reading of Resolution 2149.
Resolution 2149, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for the necessity to amend and increase city's annual budget for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Do I have any council members that would like to speak in support or opposition? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. And as this is a budget amendment, we have the resolution as well as two bills in relation to this matter. We'll now call for the reading of Bill number 2025-167.
Bill number 2025-168, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding IT SOPOS monitoring price increase.
Second reading?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the second reading of Bill number 2025-168. Do I have any council discussion or anyone that would like to speak in support or opposition to this bill? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-168, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding IT SOPOS monitoring price increase.
Final passage?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the final passage of Bill number 2025-168. Do I have any council discussion on the matter? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller,
Yes.
Cross.
Yes.
Foster is absent. Franklin, Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner.
Yes.
You have 6 yes, 1 absent, 1 abstain.
Very good. Bill passes. We'll now go ahead and call for the reading of Bill number 2025-169.
Bill number 2025-169, an ordinance approving and accepting a quote for IT SOPOS monitoring.
Second reading?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the second reading of this bill. Do I have any council discussion regarding it? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-169, an ordinance approving and accepting a quote for IT SOPOS monitoring.
Final passage?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the final passage of this bill. Do I have any council discussion regarding it? Anyone that would like to speak in support or opposition? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Hiller,
Yes.
Cross,
Yes.
Foster is absent. Franklin, Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus.
Yes.
You have 6 yes, 1 absent, 1 abstain.
And those are all of our items for tonight.
All right, thank you, Chairwoman Bogus. Up next, we have Public Works. Chairwoman Franklin, you have the floor.
We have 3 items this evening. Secretary Director Roger Waters will provide a strategic budget plan share input. Staff welcomes council to provide thoughtful input and constructive feedback to help guide departmental plans and ensure alignment with community priorities. These presentations are intended to begin the planning process by focusing on long-term visions, priorities, and needs anticipated for fiscal year 27. Financial considerations remain an essential part of this process and will be developed in subsequent budget discussions once the strategic direction has been established.
Okay, so up first we have Roger Waters, our cemetery director. Roger, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Good evening. So we're going to go through a little bit of what we do on a regular basis and kind of where we're at for right now, and then looking to move forward. So we are providing a burial service to the citizens of Sedalia, Pettis County, and surrounding areas. In doing this, it amazes me how many that we're having burials coming in from out of state still to this day. People that grew up here coming back. So what we offer in our services out here at Crown Hill with the city is casket and cremation burials in ground. We also do cremation burials above ground in our columbariums. And our cemetery was founded in February of 1866. And through September of this year, we have buried a total of 25,010 people. So those figures have increased quite drastically here just in the last week. Our current activity through September of 25, we've had 76 burials. We've sold a total of 90 graves this year. So kind of putting that in perspective, our average is about 70 the last couple of years. So you can see where we're at right now. Niches sold, we've sold 13. We have set 51 headstones, and our military markers, we have installed 8. As far as our maintenance, what we're doing on a regular basis, we are mowing approximately 70 acres every week. And that's basically starting about the 1st of April through the fall years. We're going to be bagging leaves and things here starting pretty quick, like when they start coming down. Our winter task that we always work on, straightening headstones, doing a little bit of tree trimming. We have several trees that we have lost this year that are in the plans to be removed, and a few others to be trimmed. We work on equipment as far as mowers and things to have them ready to go. And should it snow, we're working on snow removal. The other cemetery that the city currently owns is Hebrew Cemetery on South Grand. We purchased that back in 2001. Basically, it was turned over to us. I don't think we actually purchased that, but there's 236 burials that has occurred in that cemetery to date. Calvary Cemetery is owned by the Catholic Church here in Sedalia, and it lies within Crown Hill and was founded 2 years behind us in 1868, currently 3,963 burials. And we maintain that and stuff with our staff on a regular basis. They pay us a monthly fee to maintain those grounds. All the graves are prepared by us. All of the opening closings for that is collected through the city. So going forward from here, that we currently have approximately 1,900 grave lots available in the new addition of the cemetery. Some of these areas, not the best because they're right next to roadway ditches and things, a little bit of drainage issues that we deal with. It's a lot better than it used to be, but we still need to make some improvements on that. So we, in the near future here, we're going to have to plan on some new burial sections to be opened up and new roads in the coming years. And that is something that I think through our strategic planning here in the next few years, we'll start looking at doing that with these roads because of the cost factor behind it. We can't do it all at once. So we need to plan ahead what we're going to do and open up So that'll be coming down in the next year or two down the road. Our columbariums that we offer above ground burials. The third columbarium was installed in 2019. So kind of going back, the first one was installed in 2012. And it was only a 32 niche model. And then we followed that up 3 years later with another one and sold all of those. And then the one in 2019, we did 64, sold all of those. And then the fourth columbarium was installed in March of 23 and had 64 niches. And as of the end of September, we've sold 25. We've sold more than that at this point. Our next goal will be to purchase a columbarium with a double occupancy niches. I have been asked about this several times, that currently our niches, they are set up for one individual only. And couples are coming to me and asking me, can we do a double? They make them, yes. It's going to cost a little more for us to get there, but I think that's something that we'll go over. So we will address that here in the next year or so. May not be in this year's budget, but probably next year's budget. We'll definitely need to move that away. It takes a good while for a niche to get here once we order it. So that's something that we kind of need to see what happens here in the next few months. We may end up putting it in this year's budget. I have sold more since the end of the month. So, and we're at the 6th today. So the area west of Veterans Memorial Drive that the city purchased this property back in 2021. My plan is to lay this out into a cremation area due to the trees and the terrain of how it lays. It's more suitable for a cremation area. There's areas down in there that with the drainage of the water that comes from the east that goes down in there, we need to look at that water flow in order to design and build any roads down in there. So a walking trail on the higher part of the ground down through there, I think would serve what our purpose is and be cheaper than placing a road in it to set this area up for cremation only. So that's something that we're going to be looking at too. And then the committal shelter project will also go in this location, also right at the south edge of the main gate there on Veterans Memorial Drive on the west side. And Sue Heckert has graciously donated this services to us to build this building for us and things. And as far as the status on that, we're starting into that planning and designing phase here in the very near future. So this will serve as a place that we can do the committal for the cemetery and everything for the ceremonies to be held. So the other thing that you will see in this year's budget, we will ask for some security cameras to be installed at the cemetery. I think we're a little bit past due on that. So these will be some figures that I will be looking up to put into place for this year's budget. And we're going to continue to try to improve our drainage areas for our road layouts for the future years down the road. So these are some of the things that we're looking at. And I think this area with the committal shelter being built is going to make a very nice, beautiful setting. And with the cremation area in that area and laying it out that we may make a cremation plaza right outside of that committal shelter and offer a few more services to people. So that is basically where we were at, and just trying to, keep things moving forward and offering a little more services than what we're doing right now. And we've got a lot of history in the cemetery that we still need to maintain. And so these are all things that we work on a daily basis. So does anybody have any questions on anything?
I have a question for you. You put up a number of 1,900 new additions. Is that
So that's in the new addition of the cemetery, which is the north end, basically the north half of the cemetery is what we refer to as the new addition of the cemetery. The south end was the original part of Crown Hill. And then where Veterans Memorial Drive goes up through the middle of it is what we refer to as the second addition of the cemetery that was added on. And then the north end of the cemetery, even though we've got burials that took place back in 1908, 1909, we still refer to it today as the new addition of the cemetery. And basically that started up towards the northeast corner of that area, and we are moving to the west of it. So within that new addition of the cemetery, yes, we basically have right at 1,900 graves that we can still sell. So depends just how fast that goes. You know, we may not need to lay out graves in another location for casket burials for another 10 years. But as it gets a little bit more crowded, and if I have a family that comes in and wants to create a family plot and ask me to do 25 graves in one section, in one area, then yeah, we may end up having to back up and open it a little faster than what I think we need to, but that's where it's at.
okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
Roger,
Yes.
you talked about a cremation area. What exactly are you?
So instead of doing casket burials in this area where we have all the trees that we have left, that because we're, digging a full 8-foot grave for a casket burial to take place, with a cremation, those are a lot smaller. We can use a lot smaller area and everything to lay that out, and it's more suitable than us trying to dig through all the roots and things of these trees. We want to leave the trees as much as possible for the beautification of it and to make a shaded area and make it look more like a park setting and things. That's kind of our plan with it. And then the areas down in there where it goes lower, these are the drainage issues that we'll have to address before any of that part of it can be used. And we sure don't want to build a road that's going to end up just being in a flood area. So, and we don't want to make graves in a flood area either. So these are things down the road that we're going to have to look at in the next few years to address the water issue first. And unfortunately, no, it won't be cheap to address those drainage issues and things. But to give you an idea what drains into that area, from the east side of Engineer Street to the east is 133 acres that drains into that ditch. So when you have that many homes and roads and it rains hard and we get that 3/4 to an inch rain real quick, like within an hour or so, yeah, that little branch down there, it rises in a hurry. So that's just how it works.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah. Anybody else?
Any other questions, council?
Thank you, Council and Mayor, for your
Thank you,
time.
Director Waters.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we'll go ahead and invite up Director Mullen.
Hello, Mayor, City Council, City of Sedalia. Thank you for allowing me to present tonight. I'm kind of a new face. For those who don't know me, my name is Mitchell or Mitch Mullen. I'm a certified flight instructor, a lifelong resident of Sedalia. I took over this position, replacing Derek about 3 months ago. I'm looking forward to improving Sedalia's airport. Anyways, let's go ahead. Enough about me. Let's talk about the airport. So the Sedalia Airport currently handles around 8,000 to 11,000 operations a year. So that's about 22 to 30 operations a day on average. We have 2 runways, 18 and 36. It's 5,500 feet long by 100 feet wide. And our shorter runway, 523, 3,519 by 50 feet. We also have 18 hangars, 13 T hangars, and 5 box hangars with a total of 20 based aircraft, 2 twin engine, 17 single engine, and 1 jet. The airport also has 4 additional box hangars that are privately owned and currently under a land lease with the city. It's essential that we have a full service airport available, as it will provide citizens and local businesses with an air transportation option. This transportation option is also a very important consideration for corporations that consider moving into Sedalia. It also provides transient aircraft assistance if needed. So I know big corporations such as Pro Energy will fly in and out of our airport quite a lot. So according to a 2012 MoDOT economic impact study, the regional airport has an annual economic impact of 3.6 million. And there's a link there to that PDF. As a city-owned FBO, we offer services and fuel to anyone that flies in. We can make certain that our customers receive the best possible service. We take care of every flight from start to finish and give them whatever they need, provide ice to jets, fuel, whatever they might need, GPU, stuff like that. They land on our runway. We also work with Enterprise to provide rental cars, and we also provide maintenance needs if needed. And they end up using our terminal building. So as a city-owned service, we are able to be more competitive than a privately owned service provider. Some grant-based projects. One of our upcoming project is going to rehabilitate the North Parallel Taxiway and the northern 500 feet of runway 1836. That is actually set to start later this month on the 20th. Which is going to be split into 3 different phases. Phase 1 and 2 are going to be completed in 30 calendar days or less, and that will actually close our main runway 1836, but will allow the other runway will remain open, still allowing some aircraft to come in. And then phase 3 will finish it off, taking 10 days or less, and that will actually shut down both runways as they're going to be repainting the runway. Another grant-based project is conducting environmental assessment of the wetlands and surrounding area for the future South Parallel Taxi project. The estimated cost for this is about $100,000. There has also been talk about actually just rehabilitating the runway that connects 23 to 36 as it needs it. So that is going to be funded by the FAA. The way that Lochner explained it to me is the FAA sets away funds to help rehabilitate things that needed for airports. Unfortunately, that it is on a as needs basis, and it's on a priority level, and they actually work on runways before they do taxiways. So hopefully we will get the funds to maybe possibly do that in the future. Some other projects is we have one of our storage areas that holds a lot of our scrap metal, and it's kind of hard to get in and out of. So installing a garage door would help us move stuff in and out of that storage area. Another thing is remodeling the old terminal building to either a 2-bedroom suite or a private pilot lounge. I know as a flight instructor, I've been to quite a bit other FBOs at other airports, and some have really nice FBOs, and going to these FBOs definitely will attract pilots. I know for myself, example, Jeff City has free ice cream. If you fly into there, they have free ice cream to their pilots. So being able to do something as small as that could help increase the transient flow of aircraft coming to Sedalia. Another one is, according to that economic impact study, MoDOT actually gave a grade card of our airport. And one of the things that they would want us to upgrade is our runway lighting and taxiway lighting to LEDs, high intensity runway lighting and high intensity taxiway lighting. I know we currently have halogen medium intensity runway lighting. These bulbs actually tend to burn out quite a lot. So the upgrade to LED definitely would save the city both electrical costs and save money by not having to replace them as much. The economic development said that it'd be an estimated of $513,000 for the runway lighting and $467,000 for the taxiway lighting. Our ultimate goals are always to provide safe and efficient service to all of our customers, service more transient traffic, increase aircraft maintenance business. So Derek was a AMP with his inspection authorization, so him leaving definitely kind of hindered our maintenance. So my next goal is to get a full-time IA certified mechanic, which our current AMP is looking at to go to a week-long school to get IA certified. Getting inspection authorization certified will allow our mechanic to do more high-ticket item inspections, which is where a lot of our income would come from. I'm also working towards increasing the flight instruction and aircraft rental. One of our goals is to also buy and lease another aircraft that allows for full aircraft instruction. So right now, I have a lot of students who are trying to become CFIs. And for example, you have to spin a plane before you can become a CFI. The plane that we currently have is not allowed to do that. So buying another aircraft to actually allow that would help us, and we'd actually be able to fully provide that training. Our last goal is to build more hangars. I know I have a long list of people on our wait list, so I definitely know if we were to build more hangars, we could fill them up fast. Here's a revenue for the past 4 years. So as you can see, our total revenue has slowly increased over the years, which you can see is because of our maintenance and part sales. Our fuel sales have stayed constant over the years. And then as you can see, our flight school had just started last year and we're looking at building that up. My final slide is talking about the flight school revenue. So the plane that we have right now is through a lease program. The person leases the aircraft to us and then he gets a cut of the revenue that we make. So as you can see, the darker blue total revenue is how much the plane has made last year and so far this year. So you can see that we have almost doubled and we're about halfway through the fiscal year. The light blue is actually how much the airport and city of Sedalia is making from that aircraft. So you can see that there's a pretty big gap between the two. So it would be nice if at some point, maybe the city of Sedalia could get a plane and then we would also be able to get all of that revenue. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to research and get all those numbers for you as I don't have those numbers right now. Anyways, that's it for my presentation. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the council for Director Mullen?
How many employees at the airport?
So we have one aircraft mechanic, myself, another instructor, 2 airport attendants, and a part-time mechanic help. So that would be 5, 6.
You make more off maintenance than flight instruction?
Yes, currently we do. So my goal is to build up the flight school and kind of make more income from that.
So you need another, I'm sorry, the flight instruction makes more than the,
I'm sorry, the maintenance program is currently making more than the flight school.
I mean, mechanics.
Yes, another mechanic would help. I know that there is a mechanic from Clinton who has been interested in possibly getting hired. So that would definitely help too.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for Director Mullen? Doesn't look like it. Thank you, Director Mullen.
Thank you.
All right, as this is a budget amendment, we have a resolution and then one bill in relation to the matter. We'll call for the reading of the resolution first. That's resolution number 2150.
Resolution 2150. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for the necessity to amend and increase city's annual budget for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve in a second for resolution 2150. Do I have anyone on council that would like to speak in support or opposition to this resolution? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. We'll now call for the reading of bill number 2025-170.
Bill number 2025-170, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding sanitation concrete containment wall construction.
Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the second reading of bill number 2025-170. Do I have any council members that would like to speak in support or opposition to this bill? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-170, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding sanitation concrete containment wall construction.
Final passage.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the final passage of bill number 2025-170. Do I have any council discussion? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Cross,
Yes.
Foster is absent. Franklin,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller.
Yes.
You have 7 yes, 1 absent.
Bill passes, and thank you, Chairwoman Franklin. Up next, we have Public Safety. Chairman Scribner, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. We have one item for consideration tonight through Public Safety. In November of 2024, the Sedalia Fire Department applied for an Assistance to Firefighters grant for a Ply-Movent engine exhaust system. The city has now been awarded $65,900 through this program, with the required city match of $5,990.91. Council will consider an ordinance accepting this grant and grant award and authorizing the purchase of the system. A budget amendment ordinance is also included in the total purchase, as this expense was not part of the 2026 budget. The system is designed to capture and remove harmful diesel fumes directly from the fire apparatus while idling inside of the station, significantly improving the air quality. The acceptance of this grant represents a significant cost saving to the city and supports improved firefighting safety and health.
All right, as this is a budget amendment, we have a resolution and two bills in relation to this matter. We'll call for the reading of bill number 2151 first. That's resolution 2151.
Resolution 2151, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for the necessity to amend and increase the city's annual budget for fiscal year 2026.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second on the resolution. Do I have any council members that would like to speak in support or opposition? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. We'll now call for the reading of Bill number 2025-171.
Bill number 2025-171, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding fire Plymouth engine exhaust system purchase. Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion, a second for the second reading of Bill number 2025-171. Do I have any council discussion regarding that bill?
Yes, I have a question. Will this exhaust system be put in both stations?
That's a point of information. I will refer that to Chief Irwin.
Good evening. Yes, the new station currently has the ply movement system in the budget for the new fire station, so they will interact and work together, so all trucks can use both stations.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chief. Any other council discussion? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-171, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding fire Plymouth engine exhaust system purchase.
Final passage.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the final passage of this bill. Do I have any council discussion regarding the bill? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Foster is absent. Franklin,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller,
Yes.
Cross.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent.
Bill passes. Now we'll go ahead and move along to bill number 2025-172, and we'll call for its reading.
Bill number 2025-172, an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of an assistance to firefighters grant.
Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the second reading of bill number 2025-172. Do I have any council discussion regarding the bill that's on the floor? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-172, an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of an assistance to firefighters grant.
Final passage.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the final passage of this bill. Do I have any council discussion regarding the bill? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Franklin,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller,
Yes.
Cross,
Yes.
and Foster is absent. 7 yes, 1 absent.
Bill passes, and thank you, Chairman Scribner. Up next, we have community development. We'll go ahead and turn this over to Vice Chairwoman Ames.
The Sedalia Lions Club will be hosting its annual wine stroll in downtown Sedalia on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, from noon to 7 p.m. This event will be organized with barricaded streets, age verification, and wristbands issued to participants. Each participant will receive a unique event cup for sampling and purchasing beverages from licensed wineries, restaurants, and vendors within the designated area. As with past years, this is a structured and coordinated event. Sedalia Police Department officers will be assigned to the wine stroll to maintain order, ensure compliance with liquor laws, and provide a safe environment for attendees and the community. Council will consider an ordinance authorizing the temporary waiver of open container laws within the designated barricaded area during the event hours. All other liquor laws remain in effect and will be enforced.
All right, we'll go ahead and call for the reading of bill number 2025-173.
Bill number 2025-173, an ordinance waiving the requirements of section 4.3A of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, and imposing other conditions relating to the Sedalia Lions Club wine stroll on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, during the hours of noon to 7 p.m. in downtown Sedalia.
Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the second reading of bill number 2025-173. Do I have any council discussion regarding that bill? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-173, an ordinance waiving the requirements of section 4.3A of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, and imposing other conditions relating to the Sedalia Lions Club wine stroll on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, during the hours of 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. in downtown Sedalia.
Final passage.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the final passage of Bill number 2025-173. Do I have any council discussion regarding that bill? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller,
Yeah.
Cross,
Yes.
Foster is absent, and Franklin.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent.
All right, and bill passes. Thank you, Vice Chairwoman Ames. Up next, we have liquor licenses. Call for the reading of the liquor licenses.
We have 1 new license and 2 renewals tonight. We have new license for Page Share doing business as a local tap, 700 South Ohio, for a special event license for Oktoberfest from 3 to 8. And then renewals for Janice Ulmer doing business as Sedalia Elks Lodge number 125 at 320 South Kentucky for liquor by the drink and Sunday sales. And Hunter Bunker doing business as State Fair Spirits LLC at 1419 South Limit for packaged liquor, Sunday sales, and tasting permit.
Approve in block?
Second.
I have a motion and second to approve in block. Do I have any council discussion regarding those liquor licenses? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Now we'll move on to the miscellaneous items from the city council or city administrator. Anybody have anything? All right, having heard none, we'll move on to the good and welfare portion of our meeting. This is a time we've set aside for Sedalia residents to address their city council directly. As a reminder, anyone wishing to speak must have signed up in advance using the form located in the lobby prior to the start of the meeting. That form requires your name, address, telephone number, and agenda item you wish to address. Comments must relate to items on tonight's agenda unless a formal written request to speak on a non-agenda topic was submitted at least 2 business days in advance. Each speaker will be allowed up to 3 minutes to present their remarks. Please clearly state your name and address for the record when you come to the microphone. This is not a time for debate or dialogue with council members. The council chambers is a limited public forum, and all remarks must be directed to the council as a whole. I would remind everyone that personal attacks on specific city employees by name or title are not permitted. If you wish to file a formal complaint, you may do so in writing through the clerk's office. Disruptive behavior such as shouting, refusing to yield the floor, or blocking the view of others will not be tolerated, and violators may be asked to leave or removed by law enforcement if necessary. Your comments tonight will be recorded as a part of the official public record. We thank you for your cooperation in maintaining decorum. So at this time, we'll begin calling forward those that have signed up. Clerk Myers, if you could go ahead and start calling them forward.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have 2 individuals signed up for agenda items and 5 for non-agenda.
Very good.
First one for agenda item, I have Debbie Covington, and she wants to talk about both of the fee waiver resolutions, one for Economic Development State Fair.
Ms. Covington, you have 3 minutes. Please state your name and address.
Debbie Covington, P.O. Box 965, Sedalia. Good evening. I'm here to speak for the taxpayers who keep footing the bill. That includes you guys foot the bill. On tonight's agenda, you're waiving building permits and water connection fees for the new Sedalia Pettis County Economic Development Headquarters. That might sound harmless, but let's remember the same city of Sedalia just raised fees on Sedalia residents. Homeowners and businesses are paying more for water, sewer, more for permits, while these organizations get theirs waived. Is this fair? Is this favoritism? Is this being good stewards of tax dollars? It's irresponsible to raise rates on working families and small business, then turn around and hand out freebies to agencies with plenty of funding. And it's not just one case. You are considering waiving fees for the coffee shop remodel at SFCC. I realize you all discussed this, but I would like to hit home that if the shop benefits a private vendor, it's a taxpayer subsidy disguised as a feel-good campus project. Meanwhile, private business owners, the ones trying to keep Sedalia's economy alive, get no such help. If you're going to waive fees, make it policy, not privilege. Holy budget amendment, guys. I mean, we had a ton tonight. Big expense, some with no public bid sheet. Residents have the right to know who's getting paid and why these adjustments keep popping up. But every month it's the same pattern, fees up for the public, exceptions for the insiders. You can't keep telling citizens to tighten belts while City Hall keeps loosening its own. Sedalia deserves better than selective generosity and backdoor amendments. If you raise it on residents, you should raise it to your partners. Equal rules, equal responsibility. That's how trust is built. Furthermore, in regard to peace and economic development, what is the status of former First Ward City Councilman Tom Oldham, his board seat with economic development? Is he still
Ms. Covington,
representing the city
Ms.
as a board?
Covington, you signed up to speak on the fees. You're heading into a topic that's not germane to what you signed up on.
So you're protecting,
Ma'am, I am not
Free-
protecting, I am,
but free
I am
speech is a
maintaining the
First
order of
Amendment
this
right.
meeting.
I'm asking about, he's still representing the city. Aren't,
All right, next.
Leanna Lawson, same two topics, Mr. Mayor.
Goodness. Leanna Lawson, 1803 South Washington. I had planned to speak in opposition of the fee waivers being passed, so thank you guys for not passing those and taking some time to look over some stuff. That being said, the confusion that you guys showed up here alone should raise red flags to everybody here or watching online. The city shouldn't be considering waivers or incentives when it's not even clear who benefits. If there's uncertainty at this table, then how can the public have confidence in the process on other matters? It's the same mindset that just gave us $18.5 million in COP debt. The city has established a system where major financial commitments move fast, but basic accountability moves slow. The RFP for this same coffee shop reportedly lists equipment and furnishings similar to those from a local business with ties to a college board member. Now, that might be an entirely permissible practice, I don't know. But it still raises fair questions about transparency and consistency. When the city waives fees for projects involving public institutions, the public deserves to know exactly who's benefiting and why. It's not just about a coffee shop or the fee waivers. It's about public trust. If the city can't clearly identify and disclose who's benefiting on these and other projects, it shouldn't be waiving fees and writing checks. And the fact that these institutions feel so comfortable coming to you guys and asking for incentives without basic transparency and presenting incomplete projects to you shows just how normalized specialized or special treatment has become here. When accountability slips, the taxpayers are left picking up the tab. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Lawson. Up next.
Okay, on non-agenda topics, first one I have is Renee Vance, and she wants to speak on senior center activities and petitions.
Renee Vance, 19813 Tangleneck. And this is a very quick, as I am an honored activity director for the senior center. We have got our second Sunday buffet fundraiser on, and it is the brunch. We have breakfast pancakes, sausage, bacon, fresh fruit, scrambled eggs, $12. We would appreciate your support. It is 11 to 1 on Sunday. The other thing is I am the captain for Pettis County. I am carrying both petitions that are being circulated at this time for the redistricting referendum as well as the initiative petition. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vance.
The next person I have is David Goodson.
Mr. Goodson here? I do not believe he is present.
Next one I have is Kevin Lujan. He wants to talk about the sunshine law requests that have been submitted.
Hello, Mayor. Hello, Council. Kevin Lujan, 408 West 22nd Street here in Sedalia. First of all, I want to thank the clerk's office, particularly Jason Myers, Janice Dodick, and Rachel, whom I don't know her last name, but if you could add that to the minutes. They've been especially helpful with sunshine requests I've submitted, but I'm noticing a pattern between when I'm submitting things and when they're ultimately getting to me, and I want to bring those concerns to your attention. This started with sunshine requests for invoices from Lauber Municipal Law, the city's attorney, which led to me finding other information. And it seems to be a pattern that's happening across this entire state at their other clients. In particular, there's been an effort in New Bloomfield that was covered by the Jefferson City News Tribune. Their council members themselves have had to submit sunshine requests. And the council member has been referred to as conducting shenanigans, and also had her own morals questioned by the Lauber attorney. If you read the Jefferson City News Tribune article, you'll see that. And that's concerning that even council members are having to submit sunshine laws. In particular, though, the Marys County Advocate, which covers Bell, another Lauber client, her name is Roxy Miller. Just to see the city audit, they were trying to charge her $69. Fortunately, Sedalia has not done that yet, but she ultimately pursued litigation against the city and was successful in that litigation, where Lauber had to settle and the city had to settle with her. Also, again, other aspects where I've submitted sunshine laws or requests myself have been to Branson. Branson had signed a contract with Lauber Municipal Law where they capped legal expenses for $250,000 a year, quite a bit less than what we're spending. And Branson themselves just announced a $300 million economic development effort. So I would strongly request that when signing contracts, you look at possibly establishing a cap. But again, I've got the sunshine law to get the details on that as well. Another thing I'm working on the sunshine request of is in Monette. And I think it was the Lawrence County Record. Monette is looking to become a charter government. In that newspaper online, they said, they brought in West Plains, who had also gone through the charter process. And they revealed that what they based as their model were two towns charters, Nixa and Sedalia. If you don't know, Sedalia is not a charter, which is very concerning to me. How could they base a charter on Sedalia's charter? So I'm going to submit a sunshine request to see if such a charter exists here. But most importantly, I just think an approach of openness would be very helpful so people don't have to submit sunshine requests. In particular, Coal Camp, Missouri posts their Lauber invoices free online for everybody to see. I would recommend Sedalia catch up with Coal Camp in that regard. That's all I have to say, and I want to thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lujan. Up next,
The next one I have is Corey City.
Mr. City here? I do not believe he is here.
Okay, and the last one I have Hayden Rohrer. He wants to talk about the Oldham charges.
Come on up, Hayden, and state your name, address, and you got 3 minutes.
My name is Hayden Rohr, at 600 Engineer. I want to thank you all for allowing me here. I come to you not only as a member of the community, but as a father of young children. And I want to, I'm sure, you all know absolutely, that I don't believe that we should allow this to set the standard for our city, that it directly impacts the public eye. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, you go ahead and relax. It's not a big deal.
I do believe that this directly impacts the public's view of our city's integrity as a whole. And I also want to say thank you to the officers who attempted to bring forth charges that were necessary. But sadly, that is where things failed. And I wanted to point out that as these charges were said to have not been no evidence, that they did fit the legal definition of charges that were brought forward with harassment in the second degree, although I do believe there should be much more severe. Regardless, they were unsolicited contact multiple times that did cause emotional distress. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Hayden.
And that's the last one I had.
All right, that is the last one we have. This time I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to move to closed session.
Motion to move to closed door meeting pursuant to subsections 1, legal advice, 2, real estate, 3, personnel, and 12, negotiated contracts of section 610.021 RSMO.
All right, I have a motion on the floor to move to closed door session. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion second. Do I have any discussion regarding that motion? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Robinson.
Yes.
Ames.
Yes.
Scribner. Yes.
Bogus,
Yes.
Hiller.
Yeah.
Cross,
Yeah.
Foster is absent, and Franklin.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Regular open session.
I'll make a motion.
Roll call, please.
Robinson,
Yes.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yeah.
Hiller,
Here.
Cross,
Yes.
Foster is absent, and Franklin.
Yes.
All right, very good. Are we recording by chance? We are. Okay, very good. Before we get rolling, I'm going to get a point of order. If I could have Councilwoman Franklin state her reasons for abstention on Resolution 2149, Bill number 2025-168, and Bill number 2025-169.
I recused myself because my husband's the director of that department.
Very good. Now we'll go ahead and call for the reading of Resolution 2152.
Resolution 2152, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sedalia, Missouri, stating facts and reasons for the necessity to amend and increase the city's annual budget for fiscal year 2026.
Do I have a motion and second?
Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the passage of this resolution. Do I have any council discussion regarding the resolutions on the floor? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. I'll now call for the reading of Bill number 2025-174.
Bill number 2025-174, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding environmental monitoring at 1600 South Ingram Avenue.
Do I have a motion and second for the second reading?
Second reading.
Second.
I have a motion and second for the second reading of Bill number 2025-174. Do I have any council discussion regarding that bill? Having heard none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bill number 2025-174, an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026 regarding environmental monitoring at 1600 South Ingram Avenue.
Do I have a motion and second for final passage of this bill? I have a motion and second for the final passage of Bill number 2025-174. Do I have any council discussion regarding that bill? Having heard none, roll call, please.
Ames,
Yes.
Scribner,
Yes.
Bogus,
Yeah.
Hiller,
Yes.
Cross,
Yes.
Foster is absent, Franklin,
Yes.
and Robinson.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent.
Bill passes. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and second to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Meeting adjourned.